Hello.
We're back, part two of the, I call it the Run to the Rose Day, even though it's the Golden Rose, because I still call it the Run to the Rose, I don't know why.
Yeah, and it's on later as well, you know.
Mark, tell us about Facebook, Mark. It's a big company, Facebook. Tell us about it.
So, for those of you who may not have noticed, we have a Facebook page, and that page actually carries the very latest information from RacingRant. So, obviously we'll try and keep our web page updated, but if you are looking for the very latest from RacingRant, go to our Facebook page and please like us, because
please like us.
We need likes. We're very insecure.
Comment as well.
Yeah. Well, we love the comments. Like, please, put a comment on the Facebook page, but please like us. Because
and also, last week we all got Melbourne mixed stuff for free, which was terrific, and you all really enjoyed it. I'm sure we had a stack of emails. Don't forget that he's on sale tomorrow for $55 for the Saturday set, and it already had a bit of a look and spoke to Mick. It's a very complex meeting, and I'm sure you get plenty of value out of that.
I just reckon all our tipsters are on absolute fire at the moment. Glenn had a fantastic day last Saturday. Mark's been just seeing them like baseballs all this week. 6.5 out of 7
golf balls.
6.5 winners out of 7 on Tuesday, backed up with 3 great winners on Wednesday.
And if you think
he's on absolute fire, and you know what we say, we love jockeys in form, and we love trainers in form. Well, what have we got here at the show? 3 tipsters in form. So get involved and start buying some products.
And we are so uncomfortable advertising.
I know.
We all feel icky now.
I know. We're gonna have to. How many showers are you gonna have?
I need like an enema straight up the back door here just to clean the shit out of me, because we used to leave all that to Dowboy at this roofing.
And where are you at? You got a sheet also, the provincial tomorrow, Mark?
Kembla Grange tomorrow, a small card, but backing up off Tuesday at Kembla. So had a great day.
Just a quick, just diverting, and this is a bit from the rant, but I just got to get it out there because I need to clear my head. You're a sporting man. You're a sporting man, and there's integrity in NRL betting now.
Yeah.
We've seen all the things. I was at Leichhardt Oval, sitting there on the hill, watching the game, and then Balmain got beaten by 50, and they could have made the 8. You remember?
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, game finishes, you're in the showers. How are they on a 100-foot yacht in the harbour at 10 o'clock the next morning? When I know a bit about boating, right? It takes a long time to book a boat. So how the fuck did they know they're going to be in the harbour in 12 hours? Can you explain?
No, I can't explain.
Neither can I!
But I will say that
they've got quick bookings for boats?
I don't know. The bonuses they would have got for making the semi-finals would have to be greater than whatever earn they'd make out of playing terribly. So
well,
I'm not going for a
they were going to be on the harbour drinking piss at 10 a.m. the next day after a final.
Okay, so on Monday we'll be filming the rant, and
can you email me some answers? Yeah,
I'd love to hear your opinions on
any
that.
of the team players, anybody. How the fuck are you on the harbour 12 hours after a fucking semi? And I'm not talking. I'm not talking about
who owned the boat.
I'm not talking about old mate's fishing boat. I'm talking about from here to the fucking end of the street, luxury, and everyone there and chicks and dancing.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, that was like that Mad Monday for them. So
I'll tell you what,
they took him out to sea to keep him safe.
Hey, the only person I know that made that much money off that particular game was your son. So I don't know. Did he have some inside mail here? Eh?
I don't know. Race 6. Let's get back. That's more for the rant.
And this is the Golden Rose, which is drawn. It's a fantastic race, isn't it?
Well, it's got so many different form lead-ups, Mike. It's a really intricate race. This.
Oh My Sword is the favourite at $4. Astern is $4.60. Divine Prophet is $6. Yankee Rose first up is $7. $12 Impending, $13 Darren, and $16 El Divino. It's 50s bar. And we had a question on Twitter about this race, asking how we deal with the SP between Divine Prophet, who's $6, and Thronum, who's 50s.
You got to back Thronum. That's how I would deal with it. You got to have something on Thronum. You got to make sure if Thronum wins, you win the race. Because let's face it, all races are, you don't just back one horse. People set out a game plan or put different numbers in it. It's got to be a positive.
SP's only a guide. This thing is what, 6 start, first prep?
What do you think?
Thronum's used all his
ammo. So
but he's 50s.
He's 50s,
right?
What you want to say? Something 50s?
I'm saying 50s is a fair chance. It's a fair price.
Okay, that's why I threw everything at him to get rid of him. I marked him 33s.
Yeah. Fair enough. Guys, we've got the 4 different lead-ups. We've got Astern, who won the Run to the Rose. We've got Divine Prophet, which won the up and coming. We've got the girl, Ome Sword, who won the, whatever that fucking race is called, the Silver Shadow. We've got the 4th lead up, which is Yankee Rose first up, and then we've got the others.
Dickie got rid of all his horses bar this one, did he?
Yeah, this is a good horse too.
Yeah,
Where do we all go? Stern's drawn barrier 12, got to go back.
I think Dickie's offered his body to hold on to this horse, hasn't he?
He probably has.
Divine Prophet, it's
Gee, Gord's fired up.
went enormous the other day. Where do we start? I'll tell you where I'll start. I'm going to tip Divine Prophet. And I think it's a really open race. Mounting Our Mile's going to be so important here to me to see how, obviously I tipped Ome sort of good thing first up from the parade. The Stern was in my numbers, so it was the best, like in great order. So this is great. This is a hot race. This is a hot race. But for the sake of tipping, I'm going to tip Divine Prophet at this stage.
I think there's only 3 chances, and that's a Stern.
There's not only 3 chances.
And Oh
There's
My
not
Swords.
only 3 chances.
Oh, no, but like in the money, because obviously that's where the sharp end of the market is what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in finding the 50 to 1 shot that should be, 33s. It's just not my go.
Okay.
I think one of these horses will win. By the way, I clearly would have had Ome Sword on top, but with the booking of Joe Moreira and barrier 3, I've got to sort of like give it one sort of little negative there. Astern obviously was far superior through the line than Impending, I thought, last start, but as I've mentioned before, the stable has a high opinion of Impending and think that'll be a lot closer up the extra 200 metres. So I'm interested in those 3, and I'll probably level stake the 3 of them, and obviously if one of them wins I'll make a small profit, or if Impending wins I'll make a big profit. If one of the other 2 wins I'll make a small profit.
Mark, give us some clarity here, because I can't listen to
Is there any clarity? I mean, firstly, obviously Gay controls the speed in this race. She's got El Divino and Thronen, they're the fastest horses in the race.
Yeah.
So she's going to be in the van with her 2 horses, and both of them will be backable in this race. Hard to like, but backable. I thought Astern would go forward. Doesn't it make sense to sort of try and come across with Thronen? Like Thronen's pushing forward, you're just pushing up underneath him to try and get in a position?
In theory, but they're not like mini Cooperesses, they're horses.
Yeah, I realise that.
It's going to be. It's $1 million race. Things are going to hunt up. I don't think he's going to have an option to get across in a Stern. I think the game plan's going to be I'm going to have to go back.
Well, that can work. He did, it was a monster win the other day.
It was a monster win.
Look, Ome Sword was a monster win, and she comes back home, second up in a second preparation. That looks pretty good, even though second up in a Group 1 is supposed to be not that great. It seems to work for this race. Divine Prophet is having his first run at home, and came down the fast lane the other day, but did launch at the line, and hooks and 3-year-olds are just they're just bulletproof, aren't they?
Yeah, except for the one I backed yesterday.
That's a 4-year-old.
Oh, of course it is, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Yankee Rose, she, I suppose we could come away and say, well, she hasn't grown and the others have, or I don't know.
So listening to the 3 of us, I'm very clear we haven't got the fucking clue this race.
Yeah.
Well, I can't leave Impending out, and I can't leave Darren out, who ran out of his skin the other day, 1,000 up to 1,300.
We're at the 11th horse we've tipped in the 15-horse race.
Yeah.
This is just a race.
It's a great race. It's a great race. I've said 13, 1, 4, 12, but
I'm saying
I'm
Divine
not having a bet at the prices.
From Astern, and can't imagine myself backing them at that prices.
Yeah. Well, firstly, I think it's 4 to 1 to field this race.
You need I think you need every bit of that.
Yeah. And we'll see how we go there.
You need 6 picks in the quaddy punters.
That's the Golden
3.
Rose.
3.
And then we come to another very interesting race, which is the Theo Marks. Southern Legend is our favourite at $2.70. Counter Attack, his compatriot, as in of a 4-year-old as well, is $4.20. Out to $9 Tycoon Tara, which seems quite excessive. $11 Rebel Lane, $12 Old North, $13 Macintosh.
Well, they percent touch short to me.
$17 Snoopy.
I think they might be I can't imagine Old North being or Mac. I think they'd be thinking about something later on, wouldn't they? Maybe. But look, it's an honest race, because Oxford Poeters trialled up on Monday, had a little bit of a freshen up, and trialled up on Monday. We'll be looking for the lead. Tycoon Tara would be looking for OSL. Vashka may make a play for the lead. Snoopy's obviously going to be very prominent. He's a good jumper. Rebel Dane is next best. Counter Attack is midfield. And Southern Legend, 1,000 up to 1,300, could easily sort of find himself, pulling himself into a prominent position. It's a hard stat to overcome 1,000 to 1,300 tomorrow.
I think it's a shit preparation.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what was doing the form. I was concerned about counter-attack being like another Japanisme, barrier 2, you don't know what to make of it. So for all those reasons, I'm just going to, the tried and true tomorrow, third up, Taipei Tara, $10. I'm going to tip it on top. I tipped an absolute moral last night when you got my mounting our bail.
So just breaking in there, I kept thinking about that. Glenn said this was a moral the other day. Did that mean that
Everything
there
else
was nothing else?
Well, the main looked okay and the rest did look particularly poor. So then that's against it.
Yeah, it's vexing, isn't it? But
Very
she ran really well. And yeah, I went looking for her here.
Well, Snowden's just got the horse firing, hasn't it? So we can just go off the fact that it's had 2 starts for 2 wins. Just treat it like that and forget the rest.
No doubt.
I think that's a fantastic price. I've got it equal on top with Southern Legend. You guys have mentioned the negatives about Southern Legend, but it is a horse with a fair degree of ability, so
Massive
it still
talent.
could be
Massive
winning. They're the only 2 I could entertain backing, but at the current price, Southern Legend, I wouldn't be getting involved.
And Rebel Dane's a horse I've sort of nearly almost thought will never win another race, but here it finds itself tomorrow third up, back 100 metres, 1300, much deader since 1400. Barrier 1, does it sit in an okay spot?
It's you sort of prefer it to be drawn out because you want it to get its revs up, don't you? But look, it's run against Winks, and I suspect that anything that runs against Winks is probably going to get a bit of a.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's run against Winks, and Southern Legend goes from 1,000 to 1,300.
Yeah.
So you think Southern's going to be
and
looking for
sort
gas?
of fast lane, Southern Legend.
I've got to put Rebel Dane to some. I'll be winning on Rebel Dane tomorrow, which I really surprised myself with because I'm always happy when Rebel Dane's in the market these days because I tend to think it also is finished. Interesting race.
It's an interesting race. There's so many ways you can look at it. Gordo.
What are your numbers, Gord? Oh, you've already given them.
Oh, I've already given them. Yeah,
given us.
I'm interested in what is it? Taipei Tara and Southern Legend.
Still Southern Legend though?
Well, there's not at the price, but let's
He's
say
ignoring the
it
fact
gets
that
to
it's
$4.50.
Which it might get to $3.50, $3.80. It might. You might be right. Maybe it'll blow. Maybe there's an angle. Get stuck in a Southern Legend early in your lay button and then back in your win button. And your
because you do need to do your form before you have a look at the prices. Otherwise, you look at $2.70 and you forget to actually assess it. You go, I don't like that because it's too short. And of course, I'm forecasting it to be $4.60, but
well, it'll be a bet at that price, definitely.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, I'm in counterattack. 91 days, 1300. I just think it presents well for this race.
Yeah.
Obviously, Southern Legend is a horse. He's unbeaten for Les Bridge. Poor Joe Pride must look at this horse and go, Jesus. Rebel Dane we've already spoken of. Taipei Tara we've spoken of. McIntosh seems to be trialling very well.
Yeah, that was a good trial.
Trialling really well. And Snoopy is the rock solid horse in the race. I realise he's relatively talent free, but he's just tuned up here.
I'd suggest that the show is definitely going to find the winner in that race because we've just covered every runner. So.
We're fucking freaks here.
Absolute freaks. I said
if you want to get our field selections, where we email you every race tipping the field, you better back.
How much are we charging?
$11 a week.
And we're only
it's a cheap set.
We're only negative 8% on turnover.
We collect all day. Collect all day.
So here we come. We come to a giant race, a very deep race. 14 fillies because we've lost Yatana. 14 fillies and mares, or 14 mares actually. And the market reads $5.50 Ravi, who really hit his straps in the winter or late autumn. Dixie Blossoms is $6 in second pick, $8.50 Heavens Above, $9 Pearls, $10 Nancy, which Nancy's never been $10 in anything ever. And what else have we got there? $13 Den Magic, $15 Savaro, and Sold for Song. Magna Joy will hop out from gate 1 and maybe try and lead. Magic Alibi will be on speed, nice and fresh. Cana up from Melbourne will be on speed. And Fine Mist has attempted to repatriate herself with a trial and she can be expected to be on speed. But there's not a lot happening here. It's not as fast as the race a fortnight ago where you back the Lucinari.
This is really a runner race. What gets the right run's going to win here because these are very even, all of these. With no pace designated, everyone's going to be looking at everyone, and therefore the horse that I'm pretty sure is going to get the nice run of the race from barrier 2 is Nancy.
and she comes up, resumes off a win.
She said, well, every time she's had a win, they send her out for a spell, which I can never work out. She goes 2, 4, 3, 1. Then they spell her. If I had a horse that goes 1, I don't want to spell after 1. I want to race. But I thought she's, don't you?
Yeah, fucking makes sense to me.
Well, horse wins,
particularly a mare as well. But, yeah.
I think every time she's had a win, they give her a spell. Fucking anyway, that probably doesn't go well for her. But she does race well, Fresh. I've got to say that. She sits there in barrier 2. I think she's going to. I think she's okay odds. I think she fits in there. There's horses like in my little stable, like a loose scenario. I can't even imagine where they're going to be from barrier 11. And I think Ravi is the other. Ravi, so I'm a Snowden man this race. I'm tipping Ravi as well. So I'm tipping the 2 Snowden boys. There you go.
Ravi, okay, yeah, well, I clearly have Ravi on top. I think they've found this horse has always had a stack of ability. They've found the trick to it now. It trialled well. I think it's just better than these. What is the trick to it, Gord? Well, I don't know what it was. All I'm saying is it was spruiked as a horse, and not performing, and suddenly last preparation does two pretty good wins against weak opposition. But I think that's the springboard for it to actually propel itself to greater heights. This preparation. I liked its 2 trials.
Looks to map well there from barrier 7
and I think it's a really top chance. The other horse that I was interested in, particularly with the early price, was number 3, Nancy.
Well, so was me. We're 2 little Snowden slots. Yeah. Come on, help us, Mark. We're Snowdening off here.
3, Nancy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We're gone here.
11, Den Magic. Now, you remember this horse is... You backed it, didn't you?
I backed it. A place to win $1 million.
Right. It resumed in the Southern Legend race, course and distance, and flew. Now, I realise it looks to have had the best ground in Brisbane and all that, but it's just it's a dangerous...
a talented horse drawn the car park.
Yeah, but it needs to be ridden quiet anyway.
Fair enough.
It's just one of those, like, you want them to be drawn wide so they don't do anything stupid.
Fair enough. Just no pace in the race.
Well, they're clumping up here, aren't they?
They are clumping. It does have a horse that does have a sprint.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Obviously, you've made the case for Ravi. What else can I say? Go Magna Joy in the 80s.
We come to the nightcap.
Glenn was very excited to say this, and this is another great betting race.
I love the nightcap.
It's like a race to say nightcap.
It is a race. And Dingu Mountain is our favourite at $4.40. It'd be interesting to see how much drier the track is than the one he's won at his last 2 starts. Next pick, what is the next pick? Is it $9.50 Fabrizio? No, $9 Invincible, $9.50 Fabrizio, $9.50 Balmain Boy, $10 more to gain, $11 Coolcraft, $13 Moa and Konachi, $12 Tower of Song. Gee, there's plenty there. $19 Lucky Fish is the only other one under $21. Keen, we've got Gabo to push forward on Fabrizio. Lucky Fish up from 1100 fresh, will be on speed. Moore would like to lead. Coolcraft will find himself on speed, as will Balmain Boy, and Konachi will be poking up underneath them. And Mr. Entertainer would like to lead, and No Bad Blood is up from 1100 and drawn wide.
It's fucking moral.
Game on.
I'm interested in 2 horses here, Fabrizio and Invisibile. Fabrizio's just done nothing wrong. It keeps on winning, and I think that stable started to turn it around now. So I think they're going to get a lot more winners in the near future. So I'm sort of half interested in that, but obviously paces against. And the one that just trialled like an absolute bomb was Invincibile. Not normally one of my horses with 20 starts for 2 wins, but I was super impressed with its trial. So I'm pretty keen on it.
Fucking moral. Just pisses and I can't wait for tomorrow. Gonna fucking be winning come the last and unload. 3rd up tomorrow, back in distance. Tower of Song will win the last race tomorrow. Gets a perfect spot. It's a talented horse, dry track suits. I'm all over Snowden from the previous race. I'll be rubbed up in Snowden oil and fucking ready to bet. And it will do the job. What price is it?
$12.
It'll win. What do you say, Marks?
I'm saying market at 14-1, and I didn't dislike it.
No, so what do you say about the race?
I've marked it 5's the field.
Yeah.
Wretched Dingu Mountain, I've marked 5-1, but I'm not backing it. The horses I'm interested in the race are Balmain Boy, Lucky Fish, a little bit of Fabrizio, and I'm surprised Moa is $13 resuming off a win with that boy at the same track, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
They're talented horses, but I just like how the game's on here tomorrow. I like being 3rd up with my horse.
So a horse I had to make a decision about, and I decided against, but I'm shit scared of it, is More to Gain.
Yeah. talented laws, Peter Wells.
Great program. So
Great
get,
program.
Get
Get
on board
involved.
because the Mounting Yard Mail is your keys to the key
You
to
won't
the
be
kingdom.
able to breathe without it.
And obviously, I'll have 2 sets tomorrow.
And what?
Please don't forget to like us on Facebook and make sure you purchase Mick's Melbourne Mail for Flemington, because if it's anything like last week at Moonee Valley, it's golden.
Yeah, and make sure the most important thing out of all that is that you all win. So you got to win. That's the key to a good.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about
Nothing
anything
really
else
matters.
other than winning.
Winning, yeah. Start
If
the
you
day.
give yourself a pat on the back for finding a winner and you didn't back it, then you're an idiot.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. See you on Monday for the rant.
Good show, guys.
Yeah, it was.